Yesterday I watched the film Past Lives by Celine Song, and I want to talk about it. For those that don't know what this film is about, it's basically about the connection of two childhood friends that after not having seen each other for 24 years finally meet and talk. This story is about three different timelines. The first timeline is 24 years ago when they were children and they were in love and they were both in Korea. Then after 12 years she moved to Canada and she's living in New York and he's just living in Korea, and they talk again and they're just 20 something, they're very young. And then after 12 years they are just 30 something and they're adults and they just have their shit together, you know? So first I just want to talk a little bit like friend to friend, why do I think that this film is so great? The first thing, which is basic and for me super important, is dialogue. Like for me this is necessary for almost every movie. If the dialogue is bad and cringy, I'm not going to like the movie at all. So in a lot of movies, so the main characters can sound just so intelligent and so clever. They always have this clever and this difficult answer to everything that they say. But this film is not like that.
확인한 사실은 넌 너기 때문에 떠나가야 했어. 그리고 내가 널 좋아한 이유는 네가 너이기 때문이야. 그리고 넌 누구냐면 떠나는 사람인 거야.
The dialogue is so simple and there are a lot of awkward silences, but in those silences where they are looking at each other, they are saying way more than what they could say in words. It's how you would talk to a person that meant a lot to you some time ago. You can detect the feelings that you used to have for this person in you, but you're not that person. You're not the person who had those feelings, but at the same time she's a part of you. So it's just so contradictory. It's like the person that you used to be wants to talk in your position, but you cannot let her talk because you're not her anymore. And when they do talk about complex stuff, it feels meaningful, it feels real.
그때 내가 만약에 뉴욕에 왔었다면 어땠을까? 만약에 네가 한국을 떠나지 않았다면, 그렇게 떠나지 않았고 우리가 같이 자랐더라도 내가 널 찾았을까? 우리가 사귀었을까? 헤어졌을까? 부부가 됐을까? 우리는 아이들을 가졌을까? 그런 생각들.
And now I want to talk about how this, for me, I mean, I really appreciate it when directors go and say, okay, I'm going to do a famous trope. They take it and they modify it. They do something similar in My Best Friend's Wedding, that's why I love that movie. For me, in this movie, they also do a twist. It's the typical best friends to strangers to lovers, but this doesn't happen. As I said, when they were children, they were in love, but when they grew up, they connect again. It's like if they are soulmates, you know? But then they just stopped talking because it wasn't the moment, because she wanted to be in New York and he wanted to go to China, and any of them was going to give up on their dreams for the other person. And they just stopped talking because they are falling in love and she just cannot stand that anymore. Just not being able to keep working on her dreams because she wants to go with him. So after 24 years, she's married, like me, she's happily married. And that's just a total twist. She's lying in her bed with her husband, and her husband is so nice, which is something you don't expect. He says, it looks like a movie, and I'm like the American awful husband who is just the obstacle between you and your love and your dreams. I mean, it's so fun the way he puts it, because it's like a rom-com. You're destined to be, and I'm here in the middle. But it's not like that. It's not like that. It's a stable love, and it's just healthy. And it's just something that you don't expect, that is not what you typically see in rom-coms. And also in the end, he's leaving. They meet in New York and he's leaving and he's taking a taxi. And in all the rom-coms, she would be like, no, I cannot let him go, I'm in love with him. And she would start like chasing the taxi, and then he would see her and he would stop the taxi and they would kiss and the end, happy ending. But it's not like that. He leaves with the taxi, she cries, and then she goes back to her husband because that's the life that she's chosen, and it's a good life. It's like a rom-com but with a twist, and that's what makes it so special. So now that I've talked about the relationship with the husband, I also want to mention how good the portrayal of healthy relationship is in this movie. He just recognizes that the childhood friend that is coming over to New York means something to her, that he's important to her, and maybe he could get jealous. I mean, he's a little bit jealous, but he's like, I know you have to do this because that's the way you feel, that's how you feel. I'm not going to get in the middle, do whatever you have to do. They typically show this portrayal of love in movies like you only have eyes for this person, you only love this person, you only have a connection with this person. But this is not like that in real life, and it's something that we have to acknowledge in a relationship for it to be healthy. You can feel connections for different people, you can feel something similar to love with different people, even though they are going to be different types of love. You never love two people exactly the same way, and what matters is the action, what matters is what you choose to do. And typically the love magical butterflies effect only lasts for the first months. Then when you got is a stable relationship that you have to work, that it's not going to be explosion, it's not gonna be I only have eyes for you, I only want to be touched by you. It's more about I'm choosing to be with you, I'm choosing to be with you. In reality, everything is way messier, and I just love how in the end she's serious and she starts walking and you wonder how is she feeling, and she just starts crying. While crying, she just goes home and hugs her husband, and her husband hugs her. She's crying for another man, and the husband recognizes that it hurts, and he just hugs her because that's what she needs. And now I want to talk about something really important, and it's the concept of soulmates. You have a person that is perfect for you, that is just complements you in any ways. Is half the orange. You're going to be full together. And I haven't ever agreed the person you end up with and staying all your life is not gonna be your soulmate. It's just the person that was there at the right time. And it's not like that person is perfect for you. Probably there are gonna be a lot of people that are more compatible with you, but that doesn't mean your relationship is not good enough, because falling in love is a matter of effort. You fall in love with someone because you spend time with that person, because you learned what his worries are, what his fears are. You learned everything about each other, the bad things about you, the good things about you, and you just care about the other person, and all that effort makes you love that person. And it's not about fucking perfection, it is about trying and choosing each other over and over again. They talk about union, and that's like a very important concept in the movie.
There's a word in Korean, inyeon. It means providence or fate. But it's specifically about relationships between people. I think it comes from Buddhism and reincarnation. It's an inyeon if two strangers even walk by each other in the street and their clothes accidentally brush, because it means there must have been something between them in their past lives. If two people get married, they say it's because there have been 8,000 layers of inyeon over 8,000 lifetimes.
And what this is saying is that in every life, you fall in love with different people and your soul is the same. I mean, the two childhood friends look like soulmates. You can feel that their connection is very special, and it's always going to be very special, but they just weren't there at the right time. It just wasn't their life. And that concept for me is like very romantic and also very pretty. You maybe have like 1 million, maybe not that much, but maybe you have like 1,000 soulmates in this planet, and in just a matter of circumstances, which soulmate is the one that you're going to meet in this life? When I was a little, I was just very stressed because I wanted to meet like the perfect person, and I wanted to to have a relationship with the best man for me, the best possible man for me. And the thing is that perfection is not needed. It's just choosing all the time and being there for each other. And if you ask me, is there any soulmate in this movie? I think that both are her soulmates, and she could have been happy with any of them.
나영아, 이것도 전생이라면 우리의 다음 생에서는 벌써 서로에게 다른 인연인 게 아닐까? 그때 우린 누굴까?
모르겠어.
나도. 그때 보자.
And then I want to talk about the grief. I want to talk about past lives, because that's what has stayed with me a lot in this movie. Her past life is a life she had with a childhood friend, because she's not that person anymore. That girl that was in love with her best friend is not there anymore. She's a part of her. It's like a past life, but it's not her current life. She's another person.
I think you missed the 12-year-old crybaby he knew a long time ago.
You were a crybaby?
Yeah. Most of the time, he'd have to just stand there and watch me.
That girl is still a part of her. All of the version of yourself is like different past lives that you have to grieve, but at the same time, you can still feel them in you, but they're not exactly you. And I felt very sad when the movie ended, because this movie touches something that was very well explained in the fig tree metaphor in the bell jar. With every choice you make, you're not choosing infinite possibilities for your life. If you're going to be with a person, you're choosing not to be with all the billion other people in this planet. If you're choosing a job, you're not choosing all the other jobs that you could have. If you choose a degree, if you choose a hobby, you're just not choosing infinite possibilities. And it's just a constant grief. Like, you're constantly grieving the life you could have, the people you could be with. And sometimes when you're just in front of the person you could have been, it's just so sad, because life is just a continuous death of who you are, a continuous death of who you could be. Every choice kills infinite possibilities, and it's always gonna be very sad. But you have to be aware that you only can choose one. It's just inevitable. And the worst thing you can do is make all the sadness from seeing all the lives you could have, keeps you from enjoying the one you're living now, because that's the end of the movie. She will be happy. She will be happy with her husband. But she will always know that she could have been happy with her friend. And one thing just doesn't make the other less truth, you know? I don't know. These are my thoughts. I know it's just very dark right now, but I wanted to share it. And if you enjoyed this movie, please tell me something.